Let me get set up here. For some people to come check this out. Let me hold on. You following? Make sure my little dude is following. Oh, I completely forgot to do something. Siri, Siri, put my phone in do not disturb. No, it didn't. She didn't hear me. Well, hopefully, hopefully I won't get disturbed during my live stream. Maybe I'll try to find out how to do it manually to turn on do not disturb. Uh, I was watching a different live stream. Rhoda, hello, Rhoda. All right, let me get my live stream pulled up so I can see what's going on. James, what's up? What is up, my brother? Trying to kind of get stuff set up. I need to. How do I? Let me. There we go. Okay. Wait. All right. All right. Sorry about that, guys. I was turning on do not disturb on my phone. I forgot to do it before I started the live, and I didn't want to have my phone ringing while I'm doing live because I'm popular. Do my eyes still look red? I just took a shower and did look my I shaved, did my lotion, and and I was looking in the mirror. My eyes looked like they were kind of red or something. So hopefully they don't look too red. Let's see. Go ahead and hit that like and Rhoda said, "You don't want continuation of the drama." No, I do not. Um, I am done with having drama. And hopefully my whole uh, audio situation will stay good. I don't know what the problem was before with my audio where it was cutting out, but hopefully that doesn't repeat. I gotta get some coffee going. If I was smart, I would do all this before like I started my live stream. But now it's just kind of a thing, give everybody time to get in here, think of something to talk about, and while y'all are collecting your thoughts, make me some coffee. I've been having plain coffee the last couple times. It's time to get some of the. Oh, still says it needs water. Let me add a little bit more water in there. Add some more water in here. Get some water. There you go. That should be enough, right? Yep. All right. All right. So we got that going. Man, let me grab this. I'll need that for too long. All right. Let's see what we got. All right. James said you sound pretty good now. Thanks, James. I appreciate you. Rhoda said, "How many coffee are you having in a day?" Well, this this will be my third. I had 2 cups of coffee this morning. James only drinks 1 cup a day. Yeah, I should probably be like that, but like, uh, I don't know. I'm kind of a creature of habit, so like I'm used to having I had a cup of coffee this morning, and then I did a live stream this morning, which is not normal for me. And, I'm so used to having a cup of coffee while I'm doing my live stream that it's just kind of a thing now. So, um, I don't know. Oh, Kirsten, Kirsten Monray Metran. Did I say that right? Kirsten Monray Metran said hi. Hi, Kirsten. So let me, come on, robot. Uh, let's give y'all a weight update. Let's see how much I weigh. Let's see, it was 86 yesterday. It was like 86.3. All right, check me out. All right, 85.9. So I was at 163. Wait, no, I was at. Wait, no, I forgot what that said. What was it? I forgot what I just said. Oh yeah, I was at 86.3 kilos yesterday, and now I'm at 85.9. So a little bit of progress. I hope I don't lose it out of my butt, because I don't have any butt. So I can't afford to lose any weight out of my butt. I need to lose weight from like right here. I got just a little bit, not a lot, but just a little bit. All right. You guys, I know you're over there being very patient. I'm almost done here. Hopefully y'all have come up with some amazing, engaging questions for me to answer. While I have my coffee. All right. Let's see. Where are we at? Okay. Garden Hero said hi. Hey, Garden Hero. James said, it raises my blood pressure, so I stopped for a month, then started drinking one a day. Well, yeah, I mean, if that system works for you, I have the opposite. Like I actually have a disability for bradycardia, which is like low heart rhythm. And so, yeah, high blood pressure's not really been my issue. Jasmine says hi. Then she said hi. First she said hi, then she said hi. So hi, Jasmine. James said, that's good, bro. Sit-ups. Maybe. Maybe once I lose a little bit of weight, and my goal right now has been, like walking, and getting whatever is going on with my leg sorted out. Because one of the things was to quit smoking, which I'm still in the process of making that happen. And the other thing was to change my diet, which I haven't really had to make too many changes in diet, because I don't I have cut down a whole bunch on like Coke and Pepsi. Like Pepsi is kind of a weakness for me. But I've been trying to limit to maybe just like one liter per week, to have like a shot of Pepsi every once in a while. Uh, I haven't had any Pepsi, and it's been almost a week. I miss Pepsi. Pepsi is delicious, but um, but yeah, then cut out like soft drinks and smoking, and start walking more, and then Jim H said, "What is Eric Estrada doing these days?" I haven't heard, like, Eric Estrada was on Chips, and I have not heard any news about Eric Estrada. Like, how about what was that? Jim H. Jim H. How about looking up Eric Estrada and Google Eric Estrada, and then come back in here and let me know what's going on with Eric Estrada. 'Cause now I'm interested. People want to know. Uh, James said, "Don't eat too much rice." I won't. Um, I'm. I bought a bag of rice. It was about 4 or 5 days ago, and I have yet to open that bag of rice. I still have like this Arabian rice. I don't know what kind of rice it is, but it's hold on. It's like I gotta throw that box away. It's basmati rice. See, like the Filipinos will know what basmati rice is. I didn't know what it was whenever I bought it, but um, apparently, like when you cook this rice, like it gets long. It's like long rice. It's weird. It's some weird rice. But I bought some regular, like white rice, um, because that's what I'm used to, uh, and I haven't opened it yet. Probably maybe I'll try and finish that basmati rice before I dip into my new rice. Angel said, "Good afternoon, Ray. I thought I missed your live." No, no, I was actually a little late. I was taking a shower, shaving, getting all pretty for you guys, and G Dub said, "Who dat to all? Who dat G Dub?" Tomorrow. Well, I guess that'll be. Will that be like in the morning? It might be in the morning. I think it might be like 4 o'clock Monday morning. The Saints preseason game is. Uh, I'm gonna find out because I'll definitely stay up watch it. Angel said, "Sorry, good evening." Hey, uh, time is. You know how they always say, the Filipinos say, age is just a number. Well, time is just a number. If you want to say good morning, I'll take it. Like sometimes I look like I just woke up, so I don't blame you at all. James said, did he die? Did he die? Eric Estrada? I have no idea. Jim H is looking that up for us right now, aren't you, Jim H? Uh, Angel said it's Indian rice. Yep. That's what I heard is brown rice noodles, and crackers are good for you. Jim H, you're supposed to be checking on Eric Estrada, but uh, the thing is, Jim, I don't like brown rice. I've tried, can't do it. Eden says hi. Hi, Eden. G Dub Eric Estrada is 76 and kicking. So he's doing something. He's doing something. He's doing something right. He's up to 76. That's good to know. James said, "Good. I hadn't heard anything about him." Yeah, I haven't. That's probably why he's still alive, because he's been laying low, enjoying his life, living life, quiet and peaceful. That's why he's living so long. Uh, no, I met I didn't meet Eric Estrada, but I met Lou Diamond Phillips. Uh, and I never knew, I don't know, I probably told this story before, but y'all might not have been in that live chat when I was telling this story. But I never knew that Lou Diamond Phillips was half Filipino. Uh, but his father, Lou Diamond Phillips' father, and if you don't know who I'm talking about, is Lou Diamond Phillips played Richie Valens in like the La Bamba movie. That's probably what and he was in like Wild, Young Guns. Anyway, for those older people in here, they know who Lou Diamond Phillips is. But his father was a helicopter pilot in the Navy and was stationed over, in Subic, and met his mother, and then they went back to Texas. Like they got married, went back to Texas, and that's where Lou Diamond Phillips was born. And I had never known that, but I met him. He was working on some movie with 50 Cent, Curtis Jackson. 50 Cent had a production company, and they were filming in Shreveport, Louisiana, which is where I live. And Shreveport has like a bunch of casinos. I think they have like 5. And anyway, there's the Horseshoe Casino where they have poker, and I like to play poker. And I was playing. Why is that light flashing? Stop flashing. I was playing poker at Horseshoe, and was playing with this guy for hours. We had been in pots together, playing poker, having a good time, and then found out like during the poker session that this guy was actually Lou Diamond Phillips. So long story short, I played poker with Lou Diamond Phillips for probably about 4 hours. Um, and that's story time. Let me see what y'all been commenting about. Let's see. G Dub said he's pretty active according to Wiki. All right. Estrada was a celebrity guest of the Peking Marigold Festival in Illinois in September 2017. That is some amazing information. I missed that one. Normally, I like me a good Marigold Festival, but what was I doing in 2017? I don't know. I was the way my love life is. I was probably getting divorced to one of the crazy women that I've had in my life. Just a side little tidbit of information, because I'm always honest with you guys. Um, 2 of my ex-wives were medically diagnosed as bipolar. I don't know if I just attract craziness, but just a little tidbit of knowledge for you. Angel said, "Your eyes are red now, Ray, in the morning." It was not. Yeah, I had mentioned that when I first started the live stream, that I just took a shower, and then I shaved, and I put lotion on, and I noticed in the mirror that my eyes were red. I don't know if they got irritated doing something or something, but I'm okay. I need to stop rubbing them. Lou Diamond, that cat from La Bamba. Yep, James, exactly. Lou Diamond Phillips. Doug said, I buy rice, 10-kilo bags. Those baby bags would be gone in a couple days. I hear you, Doug. Well, I don't go I don't have a Filipino here right now, so I don't go through rice like that. I can make rice last a while. Jim H, the sarcasm. I don't know which sarcasm you're talking about. James said, I'm originally from Chicago. You picked the wrong one. The wrong ones picked me. Okay, maybe I picked the wrong ones. I don't know, but it's apparently a thing. Like I have, to be completely honest, I got 3 ex-wives, and wife number 1 and wife number 3 were both like medically diagnosed as bipolar. Like wife number 1, like she actually got the diagnosis like after we were separated. Like she just went crazy, and I'm not going to talk about her too much because y'all might look me up and find out who it is. But anyway, I'm not going to. But yeah, she's crazy. And I had suspicions that wife number 2 might have been bipolar, but she wasn't diagnosed. Anyway. James said, if you get a Filipina, you'll be eating it a lot. Yeah, I don't necessarily mind rice. I will never. I don't believe I will ever get used to rice for breakfast. Um, like I've had, Filipino breakfast that had like, big pile of normally garlic rice on the plate with, like corned beef and eggs and rice. And, I'll eat the eggs and the corned beef and maybe just like, a couple bites of rice, but that's it. Like I can't eat the whole big mound of rice. It's just not a breakfast food to me. I can't do it. It just seems weird. Uh, James said, I've been through a few myself. Yeah. Uh, you know, uh, I think every man's got those stories. And I'm gonna get to those comments in just a second because I just thought of something. If I don't say it, I'll forget. But here is my view on women. All you women watching, just stick with me. Don't instantly leave after you hear the first sentence because I'm gonna make it make sense. So hang tight, stick with me. Don't rush to judgment. All right. So here's my opening statement. All women are crazy. But all women know that they're crazy. Like, and I don't mean crazy like, check into the psych ward crazy. I'm talking about, women get hormonal, emotional, and act irrationally. And they know this. They know that they do it. The key is you can never point out when a woman is being irrational. You cannot fight the irrational with rational. It never works, ever, ever, ever. You just have to withstand the crazy. And then after the crazy passes, like I said, the women know. So if you give them time to release their crazy upon you and just take it, then they will eventually apologize. And, or maybe if they don't apologize, at least they'll try and make it up to you in some way after the craziness passes. Um, and I always say, you've always heard the saying that women are looking for the strong, silent type. Well, my definition of that is like strong enough to withstand the crazy and smart enough to stay quiet about it. So strong, silent type. It's like just take the crazy and keep your mouth shut until it passes. And hopefully, hopefully I still have female viewers. So let me catch up with. Doug says quarter cup of rice a day is more than enough for me. I agree, Doug. You know, I like rice. You know, it's a good side dish. See, that's the thing. You know, in the West, we view rice as a side dish, where here, rice is the main dish, and whatever is served with the rice is the side dish. Angel said it might be a side effect from cream or whatever you use after a shower. Wash your eyes with cold water and put cold towel on eyes. Return those blood veins normal. Okay. Well, I'm letting the my natural tearing action take care of it. Because I'm a guy and we're stubborn. James said my wife cooks it every day. James, LOL. Angel's laughing. Angel strong listening type. Uh, Doug said I would much rather potatoes. Doug. I'm not really a potato guy. I like mashed potatoes, um, but even like French fries. Um, like if I went to McDonald's, like normally, I would just have, three or four French fries and I'd be good. I'm done. Like I'm definitely not the type that would sit there and eat like a whole thing of French fries. It just is too much. Um, but I like mashed potatoes and potato salad. But I like I like kind of creamy potato salad. I don't like chunky potato salad. I don't like chunky potatoes. I think that's it. Like um, I like I like hash browns, but I like more the shredded kind of hash browns. Um, I can eat like the what do they call there's a word for those for like the breakfast like home fried potatoes, the little square hash brown kind of thing. I can eat that. That's fine, but it's not my favorite. But yeah, that's enough about potatoes. Doug said mashed potatoes or a baked potato with butter and sour cream with a good steak. Oh yeah, like uh, I love sour cream. Period. And like if you have a baked potato that's cooked all the way through, where you can just mash the butter and sour cream in there, and basically make it into uh, mashed potatoes with bacon and chives, and like I like the whole works. Like I like a whole meal in my baked potato. James said these Filipinos are kind of crazy too. I can deal with their craziness though. It's just jealousy. Yeah, and like I don't mind jealousy. Uh, like more of like a personal insecurity kind of jealousy. Like I can work with that. I can be, reassuring, and you know, and that should be enough. But when the jealousy goes to a point that, you know, uh, that there's like constant accusations basically about your character, that like you're gonna, chase after other women, that's where I draw the line. It's like, I don't allow anybody that I'm in a relationship, rather whether it's friend, uh, romantic, or even family. I don't let anybody, attack my character. Like if that's how you feel about me, go feel that way somewhere else, because uh, like I know who I am, and the people that are close to me should know who I am by my actions and And yeah, I think I said enough about that. James said, "Me too." Angel said, "Your Hello Kitty cup. I'm afraid you will spill coffee on shorts." Haha. Oh no, I got pretty good. Wait, what is my robot doing? My robot's being weird. Uh, Thank God, not spill. No, and it's it's not it's not it's not super hot right now, so it wouldn't have done too much damage if I had a spill. Wouldn't have been like one of those scald situations. Let's see. How many likes we got? All right, we got more people. When we got likes. Can't be having that. Need some likes up in here. Y'all help a brother out. Get some get some likes going, and then we'll get some more people in here. And I'm only hearing from about 3 different people, and there's 8 people in here. Where's the other people at? Talk to me. I wanna. Oh, we got 10. Hey, Saray. Hey, Grace. How are you doing tonight, Grace? Or I don't remember. I don't remember if I talked to you before, but where are you from? Is it India? I'm surprised I haven't got more people in here from India. I got Angel. I think Angel's from India, but normally like oh, Rhoda's just listening. Okay, Rhoda. I thought you might have been cooking dinner or something. Normally, about the time I'm doing live stream, you just turn the live stream on and start cooking dinner. Grace said, "Yeah, here at boarding house with Gina and Isa." Okay, so you're live streaming while watching a live stream. I don't see how you could. I don't see how you could concentrate on a live stream with all the craziness that's going on over there. Those girls, like all day long, they get a day off and they just decide it's party time, karaoke and dancing and uh, talking like every like you watch their live stream and it's the whole live stream is just like 5 Filipinas talking all at the same time. It's like chaos. I don't understand how Filipinas can carry on a conversation like that. I would lose my mind with so many different like conversations going at the same time, especially if they're all talking about the same subject. It would freak me out. It stresses me out just thinking about it. G Dub said, "I'm here just multitasking, eating oysters and uh, San San Mig. I'm sure that's what you meant. San Mig with my neighbors. Okay. What you like the San Mig Light or I like the you know call me a girl if you want, but I like the San Mig apple. I think there's apple and there's another. So I like the flavored San Migs. They're actually to me they're really good. Um, Rhoda say yes I am. Sam Mix. Yeah, I knew that's what you're saying. Gray say, yeah, ha ha ha. Eden 7:45 in the evening here, cooking my dinner at the moment. Okay, Eden. Yep. The conversations, the conversations here are bizarre. The style of conversing. I agree. G Dub. It's like, um, and and I'm not okay. I'm not making fun of it. I'm just making observations. But like Filipinos, especially when they get like excited about something they're talking about, like they always sound like they're mad. They're like they're about to tear somebody's head off when they start speaking fast and loud and aggressive. Like it's like they get aggressive with their speech pattern. It's it's just kind of weird. Rose said, "Yeah, flavored San Mig tastes good. Yeah, it's very choppy conversation. Yeah, and I can't like it's surprised like it's surprised like I would not if even if everybody was speaking English, like there's no way that I could pick up on like everybody's point at the same time. Um, and I don't know. It's just a weird conversation, uh, not strategy, but a pattern that like I don't understand how it works. I don't see how anybody learns about anything when everybody's talking all at the same time. Um, but it works for them, and I always say, whatever makes people happy, like I'm all for it. Um, I just don't understand it. Good to the last drop. Uh, let's see what we got here. James said, "Yep, yeah." James knows what I'm talking about. G Dub said, "I drink regular San Mig as it tastes like regular Budweiser, my lifelong beer." Okay, and see, and that's the thing. I've never really been a beer drinker. Um, like whenever I'll put it like this, whenever I drink, I like to maintain like a a steady buzz, steady level of you know what I'm talking about, and I like to do that while consuming the least amount of liquid, because to me, like being at a social gathering and always having to go pee, like, that's not a good time to me. When I'm drinking beer, because I have a pretty high tolerance, so when I've got to drink quite a few beers to really get any kind of you know happy feeling, if you will. And by the time I drink, a couple beers, and then I got to go pee. Drink a couple beers, got to go pee, and yeah, that's not much of a party when you're always having to go pee. That's just my opinion. So I like gin and I like whiskey. Those are probably my two. I like tequila, good tequila, and I've said it before. Like normally if I drink, it's normally top shelf because I don't drink that often. So when I do, um, I splurge for the good stuff. That's just me. Rhoda says, just like us, when a bunch of foreigners talking, I can't really catch up with their conversation. Maybe it's just because our ears are not used to that sound. I can see that, but um, Rose said, I feel they talk too fast. Yeah, I can see that. I mean, but that's just following, one person talking. Uh, I'm sure that there are people. I know that there are people like that, Westerners, that um, you know talk when someone else is talking. We call those people rude. Like you don't talk over someone else. Um, it's culturally, it's just in the West, it's frowned upon. Like um, it's rude to talk over someone else while they're talking. So uh, so really, you don't you shouldn't normally see like a group of foreigners that are all talking at the same time. It's there's normally like a rhythm, like if someone begins speaking after someone finishes, like even if someone else has something to say, they'll hold back until the other person and they find a place to like insert their comment or their contribution to the conversation, and that's just the conversational style that I'm used to. uh, Rhoda said they talk too fast. James said, I hate that. What do you hate, James? When someone talks over you or someone else, like I think it's very rude. To me it comes across as what I have to say is more important than what you have to say, and like I don't I instantly don't like that person if like you know if they have that type of attitude. James said, "Yep, yep, we're in agreement there." You know, um, like I'm, I like to talk. Uh, Sometimes I like to share my opinions more than somebody might want to hear. But then again, I do live streams where I'm doing all this talking, y'all doing listening, and of course you can type back, but uh, I can get all my talking out, and then like when we meet in person, then uh, I'll let you talk. Sound like a deal? Okay. Wait, what happened? We got 10 people. James laughing. We almost got as many likes as we got people, so that's good. We're getting there, and I can do live for a little bit longer tonight, and and there's a reason why, and I don't expect y'all to stay the whole time because I'm sure it'll go up and down, people coming in and out, but there's a reason why I'm going to do a longer live stream tonight because you guys might not see me for a couple days. I am I started already working on my next two videos. Uh, I'm in the research and planning stage. Uh, so like at least for the next 2 days, like I am going to be busy with those videos, and they're they're related, similar topics, but one is more specific. uh, like one is a broader. Okay, so the videos is like a complete guide to the SRRV visa. Uh, like I mean, complete. It's going to be a fairly lengthy video because it's going to be all inclusive, except for one part, which is there is going to be a separate video that deals with the SRR visa, and this is very specific. The SRR visa for ex-military that is on disability. So, regular the regular veterans, that are retired or has pension or something like that with or Social Security, whatever it is, where they have their pension is a completely covered in the main SRR video. But the other one is going to be specific to applying for SRRV with a disability, and the forms that you need to 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 obtain for the PRA, the Philippine Retirement Authority. But yeah, it's going to be pretty comprehensive, and I plan on working very, very hard on those videos and putting in a lot of effort. And yeah, when I do live streams, I get sidetracked and uh, and like don't get any work done. So I'm gonna knuckle down and get those done. James said, I go back to the States next month. How long are you going back to the States for good, or until the next trip, or uh, like what's going on with that? Why are you going back to the States, James? Hey, we have something to look forward to. I appreciate that, Rhoda. I don't know how much entertainment you're going to get out of, you know, the SRRV visa video. Um, but if you want to watch it, I'm not going to argue with you. Uh, James said a year. Okay, you're going back for a year. Okay. Going back to work. Okay. If you don't mind me asking, how old are you, James? Uh, how old are you? Where do you work? What's going on with you? I am here. You say it says story time with James. So tell me a story. Tell me a story, James. Tell me about James. Like what's the plan? You can choose James. I just made 60. Okay. I couldn't imagine still working at. Of course, like you're probably in way better shape than I am. Like I know I look like I'm in good shape, but I'm telling you, like if I walk for like 10 minutes, my whole leg goes numb and I have to sit down, and you know, I'm gonna try and do all I can to improve that, but uh, James said I work at hotel in Memphis. Okay, I've been to Memphis. It's not the Peabody, is it? uh, in fact, I got that tattoo in Memphis on Beale Street, and they didn't do a very good job when I first got this tattoo. It was like a little bit wonky, and you know, I've had it fixed over the years. You know, I've had this tattoo worked on twice. Well, three times if you include like the initial tattoo. Uh, uh, James said, "Yep." What, the Peabody in Memphis? Because Angel said, "I'm going back to my country on the 24th of September because it's 1 year passing ceremony of my mother." I'm sorry. I'm sorry that um, that you know that's the reason. I wish you were going back for a happier reason. James says, "Yep." So yeah, the Peabody. Okay, Angel test for 2 days. Okay, Angel. And where? Well, where are you now? Okay, you're going back to your country. I thought. Am I wrong, Angel? That you're. Wait. Where are you, Angel? Where are you right now? I'm getting all confused. I don't think. See, I don't have all the information about you guys. So when you say things, like I normally. Okay, you're in Cavite, Dasma, and where is home? You're going home for 2 days with my wife. Yeah. Okay. So see, that's the Angel was getting me confused. All right. So is that Angel? Is that short for like Angelo, or is it Angel? Um, India, near to Mumbai. Okay. I kind of thought that you were from India, but I didn't know that you were in Das Marinas. Uh, that's good to know. I didn't know you were so close. Let's see. Angel said it's combined name with me and my wife. Okay. So, okay. That's good to know. Um, and that's why it says mix, but uh, Angela Tesh, like, which part are you? Like I said, I don't want to call you Angel if that's your wife's name, because it you know it throws me off. James said, when I get back, I'll stay for good. That's awesome, James. So you plan on going back for a year and then back to here. Uh, PUBG says something that I do not understand. Uh, Angel or whatever your name is, I wish you'd give me either tell me that you're what or a nickname or something. Uh, M IMM. Is that an abbreviation for something, James? M IMM. Or maybe you were about to start typing something. Okay, I'm retiring at 62. Okay. You can call me Angel. That's okay. Haha. Okay, I understand that it's okay, but if if we met in person and I went to shake your hand, would I call you Angel, or am I just calling you Angel? Like if your name is Angel or something close to Angel, I have no problem. I'll keep calling you Angel. But if it's something else, then let me know. And even a nickname, I don't know. Well, legal name is different. Okay, that and so is Angel like your nickname or see? I'm trying to understand this whole name situation, Angel. Like I'm not gonna track you down and stalk you or anything. It's like hi, I'm Ray, and you are. But it's all it. I don't know. It's just kind of like an eccentricity with me. When I get people that come in my vlog and I'm talking to them because I like to interact with you guys, but I'm not gonna say story time with James every time I respond to James. Like it's just James. Um, but I still don't know PUBG's name and PUBG is that so I don't know what you said and I want to say that you're from India. So Angel, do you know what PUBG said? Did you see the comment and can you translate or is PUBG cussing me out in Hindi or I don't even know if that's Hindi. I don't know what language. Um, Whatever it is, I don't speak it. So, and James is laughing at me. I don't know. I'm just weird. Like, work with me, Angel. Angel said, uh, friend calls me Gao, though it's my nickname. But for your remembering thing, Angel, because that's how you're gonna remember. Well, yeah, but if you know, can I be your friend, Angel? Because Gao is that uh, like a good pronunciation? Gao, Gao. I can do that if that's like like I'll remember if that's what, you know, your friends call you, like that's what I'll call you. Do you want to be my friend, Angel? Gal. Yeah, of course. It's Gaurav. Gaurav. Okay. Gaurav and Gal for short. I'll remember that. Suresh. Hello, sir. Hello, Suresh. And I know Suresh is in India. And I don't know if Suresh saw where PUBG came in. PUBG comes in, and I don't know if it, like, if someone can tell me if that's Hindi or, like, I I never understand what PUBG is saying. Gaurav became your new friend. Absolutely. Like, all of y'all are my friends. PUBG is game though. Yeah, I know. And I would call Gal. I'd call PUBG something else. I've asked him before. You know, like what's his name because I don't want to keep calling him PUBG. But he's never told me. He's just always responded in some foreign language that I do not speak. But yeah, I know PUBG is like a MM. What do they call MMPORG? Uh, Mass multiplayer online role playing game or something like that, uh, Suresh. But I don't play PUBG. I don't play PUBG either. I mean, Suresh, look at me. Do I look like a gamer? I am not a gamer. I've got no game. I've got no game, Suresh. So, Gaurav. Gaurav. Am I pronouncing that right? Gal and Gaurav. Or is it Gal like Gal? I want to get the pronunciation right. James is laughing his ass off. It's butt off because he put the B in there, laughing his butt off. But like, I want to make sure I get the pronunciation right. And see, I have a system. I have a system, Gal, that um, like whenever, especially whenever I meet someone, I know they've talked to you for a while already, but I'm just now really learning your name. Uh, Go Rove. Go Rove. So instead of Gal, the short would be Go. Is that right? Uh, Pronunciation right. Just don't get high pitched with alphabets. Love. Okay. Is Rove. Go Rove. Go Rove. Is that right? Go Rove. Because I'm exactly Go Rove. Okay. All right, Go Rove. I've got it now, and uh, I am okay. You confirm Go Rove because I mean you know I want to pronounce people's names right. Um, like you know you're important to me, and like you're important enough that you know your name is important and it should be pronounced correctly. Uh, it would be disrespectful if I was you know mispronouncing your name all the time. Anyway, what I was saying earlier is like I have a habit, especially like when I first learned someone's name, uh, Gorov, that I say it kind of often, especially if it's a little bit harder for me to remember, because I have problems sometimes remembering names, but it's kind of a thing with me. Like, you know, I think it's important to address someone by their name, and so I like to repeat their name, and it helps it stick in my head. And it's just something I do. Yeah, of course. Okay. All right. Well, go. That makes me happy. That makes me happy that uh, that I've solved that mystery because I had a feeling that Angel was not your actual name, and I knew you were a guy, so it I just felt weird. Suresh is laughing at me. I am glad my discomfort is amusing to you, Suresh. I'm here to entertain. But thank you, Suresh. Thank you so much for helping me with the whole Gaurav pronunciation lesson. Like, much appreciated. Gaurav, let's see if you can figure legal name, LOL, with channel name. Uh, well, I mean, you said it's a combine. So I don't. Thank you, sir. You're welcome, Suresh. Well, I'm assuming like the attach like I know I'm subscribed to your channel. Hold on. Yeah, I'm definitely subscribed to your channel, but I don't see any. I don't see any personal type videos. Let's see. You got videos about games. You're a gamer. You're a gamer. Gaurav. Oh, we lost a lot of people. Where'd everybody go? Oh, we didn't lose a lot of people. It was, I think the most I saw was 10. So it's more people in here. Suresh, yesterday we celebrated uh, Raksha Bandhan Bandhan festival in India. Raksha Bandhan. Uh, go wait. Gaurav more than G. Greater than G. Gaurav greater than G. Um, I am not figuring that cipher out, Suresh. Uh, Gaurav's laughing at me. Gaurav greater than G. Atesh. See, my name's easy. Ray Moore. It's 2 syllables. You got too many syllables in your name, Gaurav. Too many syllables. Shorten it down. Like, that's my whole name, Ray Moore. Yes. I have a friend with the name Gaurav in Memphis. Okay. Yeah, Memphis is not normally known for its multicultural environment. Okay, Angelica and Gitesh. Angelica and Gitesh is Angel Atesh. Okay, I got you. So, uh, so wait a minute. Mystery solved. Okay, so Gitesh. Gitesh is your last name, first name, Gaurav Gitesh. Is that right? Now Suresh said now he's confusing me too. No, his channel name is a mix of Angelica and Gitesh. So Angela Tesh. Okay. He works at the hotel. Oh, Gaurav is nickname. Suresh said it correct. Okay. So Gaurav Gitesh is legal name. Okay. Am I saying that right? Gitesh. Gitesh. Or is is the emphasis on the right part of the name Gitesh? Gitesh. 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 I really like um, pronunciation. Like that's kind of my thing. Jeff said, "Hey Ray, I've been hanging on the headphones a bit while my fingers have been I've been hanging on the headphones a bit while my fingers have been typing." Okay, so you just been listening and texting someone else. Sounds like you're having a fun day, man. I always have a good time when I got some good people to talk to and share a few laughs. Um, like that's why I do this. It's fun. Uh, don't pronounce Tesh. Uh, wait, Tesh. Wait, I can't read that. Tess and later pronounce sh. Tess, 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 like that. Tess, get tess, get tess, get tess, 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 get get tess, get tess. I don't know if I'm doing this any justice. Don't shush. Don't shush me, Tesh. 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 One day if you're in Das Marinas, then one day we'll meet up because I go to Das Marinas at least once a month to do my immigration. So we'll meet up and you can tell me the pronunciation in person and we'll have a coffee or whatever kind of beverage you want. Uh, Garove, 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 Garove. And I guess I'll just call you Garove until I figure out the whole Gitesh proper pronunciation. Okay. Uh, yeah, sure. When I will be in Tagaytay, that'll work too. Um, you if I don't know if you've hit me up on Facebook yet, uh, but all of y'all if you haven't sent me a friend request for Ray in the Philippines on Facebook, then do that. Uh, James said I did my visa for 2 months. Uh, I've had to start the whole process over again since I went to the States and came back. Like I even asked him when I went this last time, for my first renewal, like, I'll have to get a whole new ACR card and all that. So that sucks. Familiar with Wind Residence. I mean, yeah, I'm not hard to find. It's like the five biggest buildings or tallest. I think they're the tallest. Pretty sure that Wind Residence has got the tallest buildings. I was over at like um like Ayala Sarin briefly. That was the first condo I rented was, at the Ayala Sarin condos, and it was more expensive than here. And I like the location. I just walk across the street to, the Ayala Mall. But even though, like, when I moved in, they put in a hood vent every time, almost every time that I cooked, like the smoke detector was like in the kitchen, like right above where the stove was, and it would go off almost every time that you know cooked anything big, and I'd have to pay a fine every time the smoke detector went off. And I said, I am not doing this. Like, this is ridiculous that and the fine went up. I was like, I paid like 1,000 pesos and then 2,000 pesos. And I'm like, I am not paying all this money every time I want to cook something. So I left from there. They kept my deposit and I just left. I'm not anyway. So how much it costs for your ASAR? Around it cost me around 10 to 15,000 pesos. I can't remember. I can't remember how much it was. Um, Whatever it is, I'll have to pay it again. So I'm not happy about that. I've got my ACR card. Pogie said, "Yes, sir." I don't know what you're agreeing with, Pogie, but um, I appreciate you agreeing with me. James said they should make the ACR card for more than a year, though. Um, yeah, I mean, I don't even mind that it's it's just for a year, but like I think that it should be good for a year. Like, even if you leave and come back, if you've already got an ACR card, maybe you start, you have to do the normal immigration thing. But I don't think that you should have to re-register for another ACR card when you already have one. Like, I wasn't gone for like maybe like if you were out of the country for like more than 6 months or something. I'm frozen. Hold on a minute. Let's let me see what's going on here with this. Get work. Um, that should have that should have fixed things. That was bad experience with last place. Yeah, with Saren. Yeah, it wasn't a good experience there. Jeff said they use the ACR card yearly to keep track of people and make a check in. Yeah, and I have no problem with that. But like I said, I had just got my ACR card, you know, like a month or two before I left. I had to leave, uh, and I was gone about 2 months and came back about 60 days. So you know, my ACR card should still be good for like another 8 months, but I'm gonna have to get a whole new one. And that sucks. Uh, Jeff said, "We'll track you and make money." Yeah, and I don't mind that. Immigration makes money. Um, like, that's why we're allowed to be here, because they make money from us being here. So I like being here. So if you know, it's like a mutual benefit kind of thing. James said, "I see exactly." Yeah. Um, Garov said, maybe you did not inform that you're exiting. Maybe that case. Um, I don't know. Um, because, I hadn't been in the country for more than 6 months, I don't think. Let's see. Uh, November, December, January, February, March, April. Yeah, I hadn't been in the country for more than 6 months before I left for a couple months. So, I didn't have to get any kind of exit clearance, so I didn't. And it was kind of, you know, a last minute deal because, my bank locked my account, and the only way that I could unlock access to my funds was to show up at a branch in person. And the only reason that I stayed in the country, in the US, for as long as I did was because I couldn't afford to fly back and then immediately turn around and fly back to the Philippines. Like, budget just wouldn't have withstood that. I actually had to, pay, get back, pay my plane ticket and all that. And then the the following month, because it was kind of near the end of the month that I got there. And so then with, my new money, I bought a plane ticket for the following month and just, stayed with my sister and then flew back. So I don't know if any of this is making sense. It's a big, it doesn't matter. I had to stay for 60 days. Uh, that's the reason, Ray. Okay. Yeah. But it's still like, with the ASR. Yeah. I mean, but it's still like, I'm in the system. Like, they know who I am and where I live, and none of that's changed from the ACR card, if that makes sense. Like, I have to register, who I am, where I live. None of that's changed. So, um, getting, paying for a whole new ACR card seems redundant. I guess that's my point. But yeah, hopefully, you know, by the beginning of next month, then all of my finances will be back to, a more even keel. Just had a lot of extra expensive, and some of that is my fault. I started doing YouTube, and that's an expense. Uh, you know, people. I guess it doesn't have to be an expense. Like, I know there's people that just like do it with whatever they have, and it's whatever. But I'm just not built that way. Like, I had to buy my robot, uh, new iPhone. I got subscriptions to uh, uh, CapCut and ChatGPT and uh, an AI song maker. I got subscriptions to all of those, like, to help me, make better content. And I know that it's not all necessary, but like I said, whenever I do something, um, you know, I want to do the best I can. And so I don't mind those choices. But yeah, doing YouTube is expensive. So, I don't do it for the money, but I will be happy when I get monetized, because at least it'll defray some of the costs that uh, that I incur doing it. Uh, Garov said, "That's understandable, Ray. As a foreigner, I can understand." Yeah, and it's. I mean, I'm not complaining. It's just, it just, like I said, it just seems a little redundant that I've got to register again when nothing about my original registration has changed. You know, like if I needed to renew, that'd be, yeah, I'd have to like renew that. Yeah, you know, everything's still the same and pay, you know, to be back in. But James said, where you get your camera swivel? Uh, my little robot is it's called uh, Insta360 Flow 2. If you Google Insta360 Flow 2, that's what it is, and it also has the attachment for tracking. Like it'll do tracking through, you know, if you have Apple, like Apple has native facial recognition tracking, and it'll work with that. But the reviews I read uh, said that it wasn't as good as the Insta360 tracking. So, like, I went ahead and spent the extra money to get the little module that connects to my gimbal and uh, and does the tracking. It also has a light. That's why my face is lit up, because there's like a little light right over there that's shining in my face. And I can let me stop it from following me for a second so I can reach up here and say I can. Oh, that's brighter. Um, let's let's see that that's like a warm tone. Let me see. It's, that's a bright tone. Let me wait. Let's see it. Okay, that's okay. That's like a blue light, or kind of like, I don't like that. Is that like, wait? Is that a warm tone? Maybe that's better. It's not quite as harsh. Is that a better look? What do y'all think? Is that a better lighting look? Uh, I think that looks a little more natural. Let's see. Gotcha. Thanks. Yeah, Insta360 Flow. It's the Flow 2. Uh, Jeff said, I've never spent a penny on YouTube and never made a penny. Yeah. And again, Jeff, like it's not, uh, I don't do it for the money. It's a hobby. And, it's no different than, if I decided to get into woodworking and, I bought, planer and, uh, it's, to me, it's the same. Like it's a hobby that hopefully one day will help pay for itself, is the way I look at it. Just like if I, got into woodworking, then, I would hope that one day I would be able to like sell a table that I made to defray the cost of having the woodworking hobby, if any of this makes sense. Uh, James said, good. Okay, the lighting, y'all think the lighting's better with that? Ichigo says hi. Uh, Grove said, you are handsome, Ray. I bet many girls following you. I've had a few. I've had a few stalkers in here. Um, but I appreciate it. I'm sure you're a good looking guy too, Grove. I'm sure Angelica would say the same. Grove said that's Philippines for you. Yeah, but I've uh, I I believe this to be true. Um, that if any if any girl, I mean, whether I'm handsome or not, if any girl is like um, aggressively flirting with me, um, like I'm not buying it. I mean, I think a lot of it is just for to try and make me blush or whatever. But even if they're, you know, serious about, oh, lights blinking. Even if they're serious about the whole, you know, I think you're handsome. I don't think that the type of woman that I would want to date would be um, coming on to me, if that makes sense. And let's put this thing back in follow mode. Let's see. Ichigo, nicest live stream I have seen today. Very calm. Thank you, Ichigo. I appreciate you showing up. Uh, like if you want, then you know, hit the subscribe and hit the notification bell, and I'd love to see you on the next live stream. And you know, I'm hoping I'll learn. You stick around long enough, maybe learn more about you. Where you from? James said that's a no. Yeah. Uh, I'm I'm assuming you're talking about like uh, like Filipinas flirting with you outwardly. Yeah, that's a no go. Hey kids, take notes. That's experience. Already subscribed. I appreciate you, Ichigo. I hadn't really talked to you before, so yeah, just let me know where you're from. I'm always curious about that. James agreeing with you. Yeah, yeah. Like it's not normal behavior for a quality Filipina to like come on to a man. Um, so I don't buy it. Ichigo, for how long have been in Philippines? I'm from India. Okay, yeah, I've got a lot of. I think it's the time I do my live stream is just like a convenient time for people from India. So I have a lot of Indian uh, uh, Indians in my live streams. Uh, I forgot what the question was. How long have I been? I've been in the Philippines since October uh, with like a 2 month exit and come back. If that makes sense. So like October to April, and then back uh, in July to now. And I plan on being here um, unless something terrible happens in the U.S. that I have to go back for. You know, I always say, and unless somebody dies, like I don't plan on going back to the U.S. I'll go back for a funeral. If any of my family wants to see me, I know what the U.S. is about. They've never been to the Philippines, so if they really want to see me, they should come to the Philippines, experience something new. Uh, let's see. From India. All right, Jeff's punching out. Need a nap today. I hear you, James. Or Jeff. And yeah, I'll catch up with you later. Yeah, I watched y'all. If y'all aren't subscribed to Jeff's channel, like make sure and wait. In fact, hold on. Wait a minute. Don't go anywhere, Jeff. If you're still here, let me hold on. I'm gonna there. I'll add you as a moderator. That way, especially like anybody else that's a moderator can click on your name to go to your channel and subscribe. I watched a bunch of your videos yesterday, and I'll try and get some more of them. Uh, Eventually, I get you on my schedule of streaming YouTube channels. Ichigo, it's around 4 to 5 p.m. Nice time to watch some live streams in India. Okay, thanks Ichigo. What? Oops. Wait. Grove said, "Let me tell you, I've been in a relationship for more than 8 years. We met in a game. I have been in the Philippines more than 5 times. Just lately, since 1.5 years. I settled in the Philippines with my wife. Okay. Met in a game. I don't know. I don't know if that is a that's probably a story that I need to hear in person. But for now, like what game that I'm curious, that's a short enough answer. Like what game did you in what game did you meet Angelica? And was there like I've got that just makes me have so many questions. James said, I gotta go, Ray. My plate is ready. I'm going to order me one of those gimbals. Great live, bro. Thanks, James. Thanks for coming by. Yeah, I'll see you. I'm sure. Hopefully, I'll see you on the next one. Like I said, it'll be at least a few days because I'm going to be busy working on some long form video. But thanks for stopping by, James. Man, I really appreciate it. Hit the like on your way out. And James said, "Okay, good deal, good deal, good deal." Oh my goodness, I'm just looking at this. Like this thing is making me like this position makes me look fat. Like I'm not that fat. Why does this angle makes me look chunky? uh, Grove says it's role playing game. Uh, Ava, Avakin Life. I did. Thanks, James. Avakin Life. And like, can you? I mean, it's a multiplayer role playing online game, and um, like, do you talk to people like with a headset or something, or is it just like was it just like text? Or did you just say like, hey, you have a hot looking avatar? What's your name? Like, there's so many questions. Uh, Garav, it's uh, Garav. Yeah. Rhoda said, catch up with you again. Are you saying tomorrow? Rhoda, you haven't been listening. I'm probably not going to live stream tomorrow. It's probably going to be a few days before my next live stream. So I'm probably going to do this for a while, but I appreciate you stopping by, and I'll talk to you on the next live stream, Rhoda. Thanks for being here and supporting the channel. It means a lot to me. Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah, but yeah, it's not my last live stream. I just need to, maybe next couple days, buckle down and work on some more videos. Make a push towards getting new subscribers, getting because I do okay with live streams with watch hours, but not like I had one video that you know basically gave me more subscribers. The majority of my subscribers came from one video, and the majority of my watch hours came from one video. And I don't know if I can recreate that again, but if I can, that would be awesome. Gaurav said, Gaurav says, it's multiplayer game, online platform on Android, Apple. You can meet people in that from all over the country. Okay. But like, does it have like do you put your picture on instead of like an avatar? Like, how did you know that you wanted to talk to Angelica? Like, it's like, I like the way you play the game. I don't know. I don't know how all that works. Like now, don't get me wrong. I was deep into an online like game. It was like a card trading game, uh, kind of thing. It was, what was that game called? Um, I'll think of it in a minute. But like I was deep into it, and I was on. Uh, oh, what's the what's the message app that's like the plane? What's the name of that? I haven't used it in so long. But we had a chat like in, what is the name of, someone tell me what the name, that's going to bother me now. What's the name of that chat app that where it looks like a plane, like a paper plane, 3D models. Okay. 3D models. Was it a 3D model of her specifically, or like I said, was it like her avatar? Like, I'm just I'm just trying to figure out like how you um like got interested. Like me, like the game that I was playing, it was wait a minute. Uh, okay, wait a minute. Okay. This is kind of winding down. I'm down to four people. I don't know if anybody else is going to show up or not. But so like, and someone tell me what that that messaging app is, where the icon is like a plane. It's what is that called? After 2 years, we started talking in Insta Messenger, and we got addicted to each other. Okay, yeah, I could see that. Um, like I said, I was the game that I played. I know it started with an R. Um, it was a Japanese uh, like trading card game, and we uh, Line. Yeah, the name of the app was Line, and we had a group, like our clan group. I had like a bunch of different groups in the Line app, and so I knew like a whole lot of people. Um, I was selling cards on the black market. I was deep into the game, telling on myself. But yeah, that was a crazy time. That game was addictive. And what was the name of the game? All right, I'm gonna look it up. Hold on, I'm gonna look. I'm probably gonna lose subscribers while I'm trying to find this, but I'm gonna go through my photos. I know I got screenshots way back in like 2016 or something like that. Let's see. Wait. Let's see if I can find any screenshot. Yeah, find any screenshots of that game. So, nope, that's not it. Bum, 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 bum. Bunch of memes from back in that time, because it was part of part of in those chats, we would share memes with each other. It was a good time, good times. But where is? I know this is like terribly boring for you guys. Watch me scroll through my phone from. Okay, that's a picture. No, that's not. Um, where are the pictures of that game? Was it earlier than 2016? Yeah, I guess it was earlier than 2000s. Wait, here we go. Wait, is that it? Okay, that's from the game. No, that's, um, wait. Okay, let's see. That doesn't look like that. That looks like a different game. All right, I'm gonna let me come back and get caught up on chat, and then I'll go back looking. Yes, Lion, I know that. All right, Gorov is laughing at me. All right, but I know that the game started with an R. Um, Wait, what is this? Yeah, see, that's from a different game that I tried playing after the other one shut down. No. What is this? Wait. No, that's not it. And like we had custom avatars and everything. And what was the name of that game? Deck Heroes came after that game. Wait, let's look. Okay. Yeah, that's the game. But wait? What was the name of the game though? Yeah, like my clan was always like uh, ranked like in the top 20 in the world, and it was uh, oh, I remember now. It was called Rage of Bahamut, Bahamut, and like it. Let me see if I can find like a good picture of. Let's see, but it was like I had cards and see, look, yeah, see, I remember this very sad day. Uh, you can see me, Ray. Check my profile. Oh, check your profile. What's your profile? But yeah, it said Rage of Bahamut Sunset. It pains us to have to make this announcement, but the English version of Rage of Bahamut is closing. uh, and that was like December 30th. Uh, let's see, it ended on February 29th. The server shut down February 29th of 2016. So, yeah, but I'm still sad about that. I had some good friends on that game. Okay, get back to talking to you guys. But uh, Go Gorov said, check my profile. Uh, you can see me, right? Check my profile. Uh, did you check my channel? I go take down. Oh wait a minute. Hold on. Okay. Hold on. I'm gonna go to your channel. Okay. All right. I got you. I got your picture now. I see your picture on your profile. And you said you're gonna take it down, or because I was gonna show it, but I won't show it. That's me, huh? Okay. Okay. Well, I can see it on here now. Yeah. But that's cool that y'all met online. And like, is was the game, what did you say the name of the game was? Hold on, let me look. Let me scroll back up and look. Uh do 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 do. Bum, bum. Where is it? That's no, where did I see? Okay. Okay, you told me role playing game Avakin Life. Okay, so okay, well, I just you just I scrolled up and found it, and then you told me I should have just waited. So Avakin Life, like, is it like was it like a cooperative game? Uh, that you guys were on the same team, or was there like clans or groups that worked together, or was it all individual, or like how did it come about that you know that you two were got to the point where you like wanted to talk to each other? And oh, I'm down to only two. No team, it's just dancing music type of game. Okay. I don't know how a dancing game would, like, how that could be. Make new friend, talk, text. Okay. All right. So it was like a social kind of, okay. I got you. I got you. Download it and see. You're gonna get me addicted to some African life game. And I told you I'm not a gamer. Not anymore. Rage of Bahamut broke my heart. But man, whenever I was playing like Rage of Bahamut, like you would not believe the type of money that people spent on that game. Like I didn't spend that. I didn't have that kind of money. But I know that there would be people in my, because like I said, we were like, you know, always competed to be like top in the world. And there was people in my clan, like when we would have like, it's kind of like clan wars basically. We'd fight other clans, and there would be people during like the clan wars that like they would spend thousands of dollars on just one battle. It was crazy the amount of money that these guys were spending on these games. I mean, it was insane. Uh,
Pretty famous in Philippines, many countries. Same on this game too. I spent on this 100,000. 100,000 what? 100,000 pesos? Or what denominator? Because I'm talking about like thousands of dollars US. Uh, uh, LNR rupees, uh, Indian rupees. Okay, I don't know what the equation is, but like, um, you know, I spent um, I spent some money, but I didn't like. I actually made money off the game because they had like like a kind of a bizarre shopping type system in place where you could trade stuff, and within that ecosystem like there was a way where you could like sell something by making a financial transaction and then like trading on like um in the trading area. um, but yeah, I used to I used to I used to make pretty good money just you farming in the game. The good old days. Well, this is kind of winding down. It's like it's showing three people, but I think it's just me and you, Gorove. What's Angelica doing? Gorove, go no, go Rove, go Rove. What is Angelica doing while you're talking to me? Is she looking over your shoulder, laughing at me? What's or is or is she or is she playing the game while you're talking to me? She don't work. She has asthma. Nah, she's busy cooking. Okay, she's cooking late. What time do y'all eat? It's already 8 o'clock. Like I ate a while back, but I'm old. Like old people eat early. Um, you stopped playing the game 2 years ago. Well, of course. I mean, you you got each other to entertain your free time. You don't have free time anymore. It's together time. No free time. I need to put. Let me put this. Let me put this pillow on this table. It's starting to hurt my leg, but oh, that's more comfortable. What's your story? Where you guys meet? You talking about the uh the girl that's in Manila? Like we met online. Uh, Filipina Cupid, and you know, I navigated through a lot of scammers. Uh, a lot of fake profiles and everything else. Like that's a game in itself. Trying to navigate online dating uh, to find somebody, and uh, yeah, I learned a lot through that experience, but it will, even if it doesn't work out between me and her, like it'll be a while before I dip my toe back into the dating pool. I'm not in a hurry. If things don't work out with her, I'm not in a hurry to jump back into the action. I'm running out of things to talk about. Let me. Uh, it's just like we could. Let me turn this light out. And get a little more intimate. Turn the light out. See how that looks. And just get a little bit. It's a little bit more darker, but that light was starting to bother me a little bit. What was your work back in your country? Uh, my main job for the majority of my life was air conditioning, heating and air conditioning, but mostly air conditioning. Um, and then especially like later in life, it was mostly like commercial air conditioning and refrigeration. Like uh, the big freezer sections and like supermarkets. Like I worked on the refrigeration systems for those, and for walk-in coolers, or um, pretty much anything, ice machines, and then of course air conditioner, aircon. But it was normally like the really big units that's on top of businesses. Um, like air conditioning in the U.S. is a lot different than in the Philippines. Like there's not a lot of the the mini split one room type air cons. It's like whole building air cons. Bert, hey Bert. Bert says good evening, Ray. Hey Bert. Bert, I don't think you ever told me where you're from, and I hope you're not offended that I keep saying your name is Bert. because because every time I see your name, I think of Bert and Ernie from Long Time No See. How's Cavite Province treating you? It's good, but yeah, I always think of Sesame Street, Bert and Ernie, and Ernie is always saying, "Hey, Bert," and it makes me laugh. So where are you from, Bert? Like I would, yeah, I need to have. Okay, uh, Gorov says I have been in many places. I worked for 7 years in impeller manufacturing industry, 3 years as a CNC machine operator, and then started an online IT job and still doing it as a part time. Okay, yeah. I mean, it's definitely good to transition to online. Um, I probably should have done that when I started losing some mobility uh, because I got to where I couldn't physically do you know air conditioning anymore. It's too physical. Cavite is best, my kind of cool place. Yeah, I love Tagaytay. Um, it's I enjoy every day. I mean, even when it rains, I enjoy it. Bert said I religiously watched Sesame Street during the '70s. Oh, absolutely. You know, I one of my favorite was Super Grover. Super Grover. He had like that Roman type helmet and a cape. Good time. See, kids don't know how, like, don't know what they're missing. I think, of course, every generation thinks that their childhood is the best, though. But we know our childhood was the best. Guess my age, Ray. Um, hold on. Let me look again. Let me look again. Let me look again. Hold on. Oh, you changed it back. So I have to go by my memory of the picture I saw. I am going to say 39. I'm going to go Rav, I'm going to say 39. 39 to 43, somewhere in that range. That's what I'm going to guess. Bert said, we learn more from Sesame Street than being in school. Absolutely. Sesame Street was the bomb. Go Rav is laughing at me. Sean Little says Schoolhouse Rock. I'm just a bill on Capitol Hill. Or 9, it's magic number. I remember Schoolhouse Rock. No way. I'm 32. She's 28. Okay. I was trying to. I thought you were younger, but and don't take offense, but like Indian and Filipinos look younger than or yeah, they look younger than they actually are. So I kind of guessed, you know, a little bit older to compensate. But yeah, you definitely look 32. I was just guessing 39 because, you know, I thought you just looked younger. Sean Little said, I'm an amendment to be. To be or not to be? Well, hair issue, we have a lot. What hair issue? You have a lot of hair issues? I don't. Does Indians all? I mean, yeah, you have a lot of hair. Is that what you're saying? Like Indians and Filipinos, you know, have thick, luxurious hair. I do not have that. I don't have the thick, luxurious hair problem. Go Rav. Are you trying to make me feel bad about my lack of hair? White hairs, falling issue, hair loss, baldness. Pinoy has nice, thick, and nice and beautiful hair. I didn't know Indian men have an issue with balding. I didn't. It just doesn't. I'm trying to picture older Indian men that I've seen. Yes, we have a lot. Okay. Now I know I've seen Indian men that have like, you know, that they get like white hair. They don't really get gray hair. It's more like white, but it seems like I always remember like older Indian men, you know, with a full head of white hair or, you know, salt and pepper. But um, so I'm going between. The subject I'm currently on is uh, Indian male pattern, male uh, male pattern balding, and Schoolhouse Rock. So if any of you guys want to chime in on either one of those topics, and hit the like button while you do so. And I just lost people because they don't want to talk about either one of those subjects. Or you can throw out any subject you want to talk about. Um, Right now, I'm facing those issues. Every time I comb, it's falling. Have you tried like Rogaine or any kind of treatment like that? I just didn't have the discipline to do any of that. Like maybe one day I'll get like a toupee or get some kind of surgery or like I'm okay just being bald. Honestly, I wear a hat, but yeah, see, I got I got that issue right there. There you won't feel so bad. Uh, Go Ruv. Yeah, I said yeah. Try treatment. Common though, not so much costly. Okay. Bert said, if you were born between 1960 and 1970 time, it's the best generation, in my opinion. Yeah, I'm right. I'm smack dab in the middle at 69. 69. That's the year to be born right there. Born in 69. But Bert said hi again. Bert, you never did tell me where you're from. Where you from, Bert? Like, you're my kind of guy. I do love to talk with you, Ray. I love to talk to you too, Go Ruv. I'm glad you finally told me your name so I could quit calling you Angel. Bert, Carolinas. Okay. North or south? Like I was stationed in Charleston when I was in the Navy. East Coast rocks the most. Yeah, like I said, I was stationed in South Carolina in Charleston, Gooch Creek to be specific. Scott says hi. Hi, Scott. What's going on with you? TFTS says, what about lady boys, or do you just like guys? Neither one. Um, like I, you know, I've always said like I'm for some reason I'm attractive to homosexual men, but and I don't take offense. You know, I always tell them, you know, uh, I'm flattered but not interested. And like ladyboys, like ladyboys is more of a Thailand thing. Like in the Philippines, what do they call ladyboys? Bakla. They call ladyboys bakla. Bert says, I love Charleston. Yeah, I love Charleston too. It was a nice place to live. Scott said, packing some more boxes to ship over there. Ship me a box, Scott. I will take. What do I want? Uh, what I'm trying to think of something. I can't think of anything off the top of my head. Some um, some gummy bears, gummy worms. Can't find good gummy worms over here. Bert said you have to pay minority tax to move to South Carolina, especially Charleston area. Okay, I didn't know that. Bert said hot sauce. Yeah, like you know, I should have brought some because you know box of biscuits. Yes, G Dub, that's a good idea. Scott, send me some Bisquick. Some Bisquick. I wonder if you G Dub, have you ever seen like Bisquick in like Landers or SNR? I didn't check last time I was there. I need to check. But yeah, hot sauce. Like you can get Tabasco over here, and Tabasco, you know, will do. Um, Scott said, I just shipped some in the last boxes. Some Bisquick. Go Rev says, laughing out loud. Yeah. But yeah, like, my favorite hot sauce is Louisiana hot sauce. Uh, I just like it. Crystal is okay. Crystal hot sauce. Um, but those are probably my two favorite. Tabasco is, third. I don't really like too many of the Mexican hot sauces like Cholula or anything, but I like a good hot sauce. Uh, Biscuit. G Dub said, I haven't seen, but wasn't looking. I get that. Yeah, I wasn't really looking either. I think about these things once I'm back in my condo and I'm thinking, I sure would like some chicken and dumplings, but I don't have an oven. I don't have anything to, like I could make homemade biscuits, but I don't have an oven. And then I started thinking, well, if I had Bisquick, like I could mix up like biscuit mix and then, you know, uh, make the dough and make the dumplings out of that. Scott said maple syrup, pancake mix, Bisquick mix, coffee, seasonings, basically everything to get the kitchen up and going. Yeah, and see, you can get the majority of seasonings over here. Um, I don't know what seasonings you sent. Like I've heard, I didn't see, but a guy told me that you can get Tony Chachere's at the SNR. But I brought lots of Tony Chachere's and Raging Cajun seasoning like that, and but other seasonings I found sometimes it's hard to find smoked paprika. Like they've got paprika, or sometimes they got Spanish paprika, and sometimes Spanish paprika is smoked, but Spanish paprika isn't always smoked. Sometimes it is, sometimes it's not. But um, but yeah, Bisquick, maple syrup. Yeah, that's good. I want to get. They have. Uh, they have like the maple syrup, like powder, and that's good for making, like breakfast sausage. I would, you put like a little bit of that maple syrup powder into your breakfast sausage, your pork and, sage and, oh, I remember cloves. You can't really find cloves over here. I'm trying to think what else. And beans. Mickey Mouse guy said, hello, bro. Hey, Mickey Mouse guy. But uh, occasionally I've seen kidney beans, red beans. But it's very hard to find like pinto beans. I brought a whole bunch of pinto beans with me, black eyed peas, lima beans. Some of those are kind of hard to find over here. You can find in SM Moss easily cloves, those black ones. Okay. Yeah, I haven't seen cloves, but I've only been to the Robinsons close by here when I was looking. You can order on Lazada, Ray, from Indian Store, any like. Yeah, I know that you can, and see that's the thing. I know you can get. I'm trying to think of stuff that you can't get from Lazada, or like you can't get from Amazon, because Amazon ships very very few food items. Oh, the beans. Yeah. I don't even know. I don't remember if I saw like dried pinto beans on Lazada. I think I looked for, like, they sell like the canned refried beans, um, but not just the dried pintos. I don't think I saw them. I looked. Um, and Scott, I don't know how you feel about Miracle Whip, but I know you can't find Miracle Whip because I've looked. I've looked for Miracle Whip. I brought two big ginormous jars of Miracle Whip back with me. Let's see what else. Like I've been finding more and more stuff here. Um, I know I haven't seen. I've heard somebody said that they found flaming hot Cheetos here somewhere, but I haven't seen them. I've seen the jalapeno kind before. I haven't seen flaming hot Cheetos. So, but that's my list. Like the thing that I always miss over here is uh, smoked meat, like smoked ham hocks, smoked turkey necks, just smoked meat. And I don't have any way to smoke my own meat because I'm in a condo. Not sure about Cheetos. I tried just local common. Mickey Mouse guy say you can get in contact with street sellers. They may have better connections with stores and all. I think they will help you. Just go out on the street. Hey, anybody know where I can find some flaming hot Cheetos? I love flaming hot Cheetos. They're one of my favorite chips. Smoked meat and good cheese. Damn, I miss it. I hear you. Like there's a place here in Tagaytay, G Dub, that's a smokehouse, and they have a really good like pulled pork sandwich. Um, it was kind of expensive, but it was a good pulled pork sandwich. Go Rub is put some kind of emoji. I don't know what kind of emoji that is. But yeah, one day, G Dub, if I ever get like a house where I can have like an outdoor kind of grill situation, then I am definitely going to order something like a sausage maker, and I'll order the casings and like make my own sausage and smoke the sausage. Mickey Mouse guy, that's what I do in my life. Sometimes one street seller can refer to others, they have better contacts, but it's different from country to country. Where you live, Mickey Mouse guy? And what can I call you other than Mickey Mouse guy? Like, do you have a name, nickname, something other than Mickey Mouse guy? Go Rose said I started eating pork beef first time in Philippines just because of my wife, and man, I love it when I was here first time in Philippines. Okay, Mickey Mouse guy is also from India. I always get like a lot of people from India. Uh, like I connect with Indians. But yeah, well, beef. My nickname is Ashok. Ashok. Am I saying that right? Gaurav, let me know if I'm saying Ashok. Is it? Where's the emphasis? Ashok or Ashok? Ashok. Right. Ashok. Ashok. Okay. Yeah. Gaurav, the like I know that Indians normally don't eat a lot of beef or pork, and most Filipinos don't eat beef. In Cavite and especially near Tagaytay, like beef is definitely more common. Gaurav, probably your algorithm is pushing you towards the Indian region and in Asian regions. Could be. And then again, like my time zone or my not time zone, but the time that I normally do live is, I guess, more convenient in India. You know, it's still morning in the U.S. and you know, I think I think like the majority of my subscribers are in the U.S. But you know, it's a different. I think it's like different groups. Like, uh, you know, I've got subscribers that watch my videos, but they don't watch my live streams, and I've got people that kind of watch my live streams, but they don't really watch my videos, and that's okay. That's cool. Like, you know, I like to be varied, you know, so that I can connect with different people and like give people different, like some people, like they just want to get in, get whatever information that I'm putting out there and get out. Like they're not trying to hang out. Probably Kamen Kanare. Kuman Kanare. Um, Kuman. I'm trying to work it out in my head. My Tagalog is Hindi Machado. Rena says hi. I know Rena is in India. Uh, it means did you? Oh yeah. Come yeah. Uh, I ate earlier. I had yesterday. I was actually last night, probably around. It was like 11 o'clock. I was hungry like 11 o'clock at night, and uh, I seasoned some beef like with cumin and chili powder, and kind of made like a Mexican uh, beef. And I had some leftover pinto beans that I mashed up and put in with the meat to kind of make like refried bean and meat mixture. And then I had tortilla shells, and I made a burrito with jalapenos and cheese. And I had another one of those earlier. Like I like to make a big fat burrito, fill me up. So I had a burrito a little bit earlier, and that was enough for me. Rena said, "You layer IND already your subscribers of India." I have no idea what you're saying, Rena. I am interpreting it as like I uh, have a lot of subscribers from India, and most of my Indian subscribers are like more on my live stream. Mickey, wait, not Mickey Mouse guy. Ashok. Ashok says, "I live in Katayam backwater villages. You know something? I don't need to buy fish anymore. I just go fishing to catch fish. That's how my day goes every day, bro." Oh, that's awesome. Arena says, right. Okay. That's awesome. Like I was into fishing uh, when I was in my early 30s. Like, you know, I get into uh, get interested in something, and then like I'm all about it, like full bore until I'm not. Like I'll just get disinterested, and so I was like really into fishing for a while, and you know, bought new rods and reels and like all the equipment, and then you know, I was all about it. You know, I had subscription to fishing magazines, and then you know, one day I just wasn't my thing anymore. G Dub, was Miss Rena your first sub from India? If it was the algorithm seeing that so soon, I think Angel might be right. If so, wow, how smart is tech now? Yeah, I like um, like I'm sure that I'll, eventually have subscribers from all over the place, and it doesn't really matter to me, you know, where everybody's from, as long as they enjoy the content, enjoy hanging out with me, uh, then I'm all about it. I love Indian people. Y'all are very nice, and I enjoy learning about each one of you that come in here. You are very interesting, sir. Well, that's what I'm here for. I'm here to bring you entertainment, and it may not be everybody's cup of tea, but as long as it's yours, like I'm not gonna change. I'm gonna always be me, and I always say that if you're always authentically, genuinely yourself, then you're gonna naturally attract the people that get you, and that's all that matters. G Dub says, "Sorry, Angel is a good sir. Yes, I am married. Yeah, is it? Yeah, it's Gaurav. Gaurav, sir. Yeah, yeah. Angel is Gaurav, like Rav, like love. Gaurav." Rena said, "Thanks, sir." Well, no, thank you, Rena. Well, I just Ray while scrolling, and I found this man very interesting, very entertaining, and straightforward, funny, kinda. Thanks, Gaurav. Like, uh, that's exactly what I want in my live streams. You know, I'm like I said, I'm not for everybody, but like I enjoy talking to people, and for me, my live stream is about you know uh, learning more about you guys, and you know, uh, and then adding my own stories about how I relate to this the information that you give me, because y'all are awesome. Ashok said, but fishing can provide some relaxation. It's so interesting to know when we catch the next fish. Every fish we catch, every fish we catch looks like a reward. Yeah, I mean, and fishing can be rewarding, and that's part of the fun of fishing is like you don't know when that next fish is going to come. Like if every time you threw out your line, you pulled in a fish, then it'd be called catching, not fishing. Uh, can I just turn auto spell off on my phone? I'm a tech dummy. I'm sure that there's probably a way to do it. Um, I, you know, I don't know what kind. If you got an iPhone, like ask Siri. Just tell Siri that you want to turn autocorrect off on your phone. Rena said, I have two children. My husband is no more. Oh, I'm sorry to hear about that, Rena. Um, that's sad to hear. I'm sorry for your loss. And how old are your children? Um, it's got to be tough. Yeah, we've been hovering. We've been hovering right about. Okay. Well, I want to tell you the story. It's very sad, kind, or I don't know what to say, sad or more. Like last time, while entering in the Philippines at Manila Airport, I met a guy, very old guy, and me and him. Okay, it's okay, sir. Stop by immigration for extra questions. No, I met a guy, very old guy, and me and him stopped by immigration for extra questions. Have a great night, all out. All right, G Dub. Have a good night. Uh, I'll see you in a few days. I'll be working on videos. Until then, always enjoy you stopping by. You're definitely one of the good ones, Gary. I'm I'm waiting to see what. Okay, Ashok says, "Bro, everyone has the same red blood color. We just different culture based on our nationalities. We're human apart from our citizenship status." Absolutely. Like, you know, people are people, and you know, and I'm not, comparing us to pigs, but you know, if you put an American bred pig and a Filipino bred pig in the same place, they're like, they'd just be two pigs. That's there's no difference, and we're human animals, and like no matter what our culture or environment teaches us, like at our core, like uh, we all have the same uh, desires and emotions, and like uh, we connect. You can connect with anyone on a human level. Let's see. Okay. I think you sleep now. Okay. He was married in Philippines with his wife and having kids, and they were asking for his marriage certificate to give him entry. And man, literally, he was in an inner outfit, like sleeveless shirt. That man going through a lot to just see his wife and kids. That's terrible. Uh, so they were giving him a hard time at immigration. This is a story I'm trying to follow, this story that Gaurav is telling me. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's always important to have, like, all your documentation with you. What I do, and I put it in one of my videos when I was talking about coming back to the Philippines, and all the things that you need to do to be prepared, for coming in the country. And a lot of times, you like, you might not have a SIM card or whatever to access stuff on your phone. So what I do is, I either take pictures or screenshot like all my important documents, so that even if my internet's not working or whatever, that I've got the documents, you know, in my pictures that I could show anybody that asked me. That's how I handle, documents. Uh, I think he was Australian or American. I don't know. Well, you should know. You should know, Gaurav, because Americans and Australians sound nothing alike. If he said any words to you, it would have been. It should be very apparent if he's Australian or American. This is what an American sounds like for the most part. What are you saying? We all look alike. We do, but we definitely don't sound alike. Uh, Australians sound like, "Good eye, mate." Okay. Rena subscribed. Go Rub, and I'm subscribed to Rena, and I think I've got everybody. Wait, I'm pretty sure I got everybody subscribed, at least on this one account. Like I have two YouTube accounts. The one that I'll type on here, the one that I follow the live stream on here, like it doesn't have any videos or anything. It's just kind of my support account that I use, and I do watch videos on this account. Uh, yeah, definitely visit Rena. Subscribe, y'all that aren't subscribed to Rena. Uh, you can just click on her, especially if you're a. I've got you marked as a moderator. You can just click on her picture and select go to channel and subscribe. Uh, yeah, I did right. Okay, yeah. I was pretty sure you did. Like I'm a big believer in you know uh, people supporting each other, and I always say it's important to give time to the people that give time to you. Um, you know, and I always try and do what I can as far as that goes. Like you know, uh, what what I always tell people to do is on your channel, like make a playlist on your channel with all your videos, and then what I'll do is I'll get on this phone and I will put it on autoplay and start playing your videos. And don't get mad at me for this, but I'll turn the volume down and leave my phone on my charger all night and let it just stream every single video you got to get your watch hours while I'm asleep. Uh, so Ray, how many countries have you visited so far? It's mostly when I was a kid. Hold on. Let's see. I've been to Canada, U.S., Mexico, Puerto Rico, uh, Italy, Egypt, Philippines, Germany, Austria, Spain. Um, where else? I'm trying to think. Did I say Canada? Yeah, I think I said Canada. Canada, U.S., Mexico, Egypt, Italy, Austria, Germany, Spain. Um, I think that's about it. Philippines. I haven't been to too many Asian countries yet. I mean, that's in the plan after I visit more in the Philippines. Like, I plan on visiting more places in the Philippines before I branch out and go to other countries nearby. Let's see. Ashok said, uh, Angel, which is Gorov. I'll tell you, if you plan to go to Kabul, Afghanistan, the airport authorities will send you through various departments and higher officials. I mean, the airport has high security. Yeah, I'm sure Afghanistan has high security. Um, I'm not really planning on going there. Rena said, "Wow." Ashok said, "My friend always tells me that if you look different from other people's faces, you get special attention from officers at the airport. Um, you are very gumakad, sir. Gumakad. Assuming gumakad is a word for well traveled, um, worldly, handsome. I don't know what gumakad means. Uh, Hindi word. Yeah, I figured gumakad was a Hindi word, but I don't speak Hindi, so you have to translate for me, and then I'll know what gumakad means. Or I don't even know if I'm pronouncing it correctly. Gumakad. Bert says, seems like I'm the only one here that's not a moderator, Ray. What can I do to be one? Hold on, let me get up here. Hold on, Bert. Well, let's see. Where there we go. There you go, Bert. Made me lean up from my comfortable position because I have to add moderators from that phone that's filming. But yeah, I had I had people, like especially people that have been here more than once. Like I had them as moderators just so that like they can join each other's channels more easily. As far as actual moderation, like I never uh, have too much problems with trolls or anything like that. I don't mind anybody saying anything to me. Scott says stroller. What is stroller? Means tourist, sir. Oh, okay. Scott was asking if Gumakad means stroller. Okay. Gumakad means tourist. Gumakad. Is that like Mexicans that call people gringo? Is Gumakad like a Hindi slur for them damn foreigners coming over here? All them Gumakads. Bert said, "Now if I bother you, I could put myself in timeout." Yeah, you're not gonna bother me, Bert. I've been to Malaysia, Singapore, Philippines, Vietnam, Bhutan, and Nepal. Uh, Bert, I'm not a moderator. All right, you gotta make me lean up here again. Okay, there you go. There you go, Ashok. Uh, Bert says Philippines is the best place to visit and mingle. I like the Philippines. Like it, it may not be everybody's cup of tea, and there's good and bad, positive and negatives in every country that you go to, and you know, I think it's good to see, you know, other countries and experience other cultures. Like it to me, it makes you a better person. Um, that's just my opinion, you know. But if you're stuck in like one country surrounded by one culture and get into like the a one mindset, like this is the way things are and this is the only way that the world works, and without experiencing like other cultures and other ways that people interact with each other, then you're not a complete person, in my opinion. Like, why am I a moderator? Okay, thank you very much, bro. Yeah, uh, like I said, I make people moderators just so they can, you know, easily subscribe to each other's channels. Uh, but like as far as moderators, Like I said, you know, I don't get a lot of troublemakers in my chat. Most people come in my chat, are here to hang out and have a good time, and I'm all about that. I don't got no troublemakers in my. I'm the only troublemaker in my chat. But if y'all want to hit the like button, if you haven't done it in a while, it's a good reminder. And I'm down to 5. It's I always I do notice that a lot of times whenever I say hit the like button, someone leaves. They're like, man, this guy's too bossy for me, telling me to hit the like. I'll show him and I'll just leave. But and then I guess I have trouble when people are coming on and I'm not talking. Then they have no reason to stay. So Ashok said, "Bro, you visited Egypt, but it's one of the sweltering hot places in some season. How did you face the challenge in Egypt when Egyptian people can't speak English?" Well, I didn't really. Wait a minute. When Egypt, I didn't really. Whenever I went to Egypt, I believe I was either 12 or 13 years old, and uh, at first I went to Alexandria, and uh, and that was an experience. That was back in when was that? That was like 80. Was that like 81? Wait, it was in the early 80s whenever I went, and there was you know I remember I was like 12 or 13, and I was seeing like kids my same age as me. It was like 12 and 13, like in Alexandria, sitting outside of like a rug factory, smoking a cigarette, on a cigarette break from their job in the rug factory. So, it definitely, taught me gratitude when I was a kid, to see, kids my age that, were way less fortunate than I was, and, you know, made me a little bit humble. Uh, Rena said, "How Phil? Wait, how Phil? Gumak Gumakar word? How? I don't. I don't know what you're asking." Uh, Gorov said, "You need beautiful women beside you, Ray, to have troublemakers, so moderator can get job for butt kicking." Yeah, Tomo guy said, "Hi Ray, me back. I was sick yesterday. Sorry to hear you were sick, Tomo. And is that what I should call you, Tomo, or is there another name that you go by? Um, I'll call you whatever you want, but I'm sorry to hear you were sick. What was wrong with you? Was it just like like a cold or allergies? What had you down yesterday, brother?" Okay, what? And I'm still trying to figure out what Reno was asking me. How Phil Gumakar word? How Phil? Bert said, "So Ray, if you don't mind me asking, how's your love life?" Um, Complicated. don't really like, I came over here to, I had a Filipina girlfriend that we were LDR for, at least a year before I came over here. And then, we were living together after I got here. And, living together is a lot different than LDR. So it was, um, you know, you planning to marry a Filipina and make babies? No, I don't have any plans on on either one of those at the moment. But looks like my battery's getting low. Let me see if I can. Hold on. See if I can plug this in, and y'all bear with me. Y'all bear with me. Oh, wait. Come back here. Nope. This, I don't know if this is going to be long enough. Let's see. Oh, no, it's on the other side. Okay. All right. I think I have it charging now. Whoa. Wait. Oh, that's low too. Well, okay. So now been doing this live stream so long that now my gimbal is dead. My battery on my phone is almost dead. So y'all get the handheld version. All right. Where are we at? Where are we at? Ashok said, Bert, do you think the Philippines is a destination for singles to get married? Bert said that's an excuse. Like Ray said, it's personal preference. Yeah, for me, I'm like, if I've always said, if I had it to do over again, I would come to the Philippines first as a single person, and not, you know, to get over here to meet women in person or anything like that, but just learn how to be me in the Philippines first before adding another person to that equation, like how to relate to another person in the Philippines. Like, first, I need to know how to relate to myself in the Philippines before adding another person into the mix. That's just my opinion. Let's see. Rena said, my English is not pure, but I will try to conversation. That's okay, Rena. Like, I understand. Like, I just, uh, I'm definitely not, I'm definitely not trying to talk down to you when I don't understand what you're trying to tell me, or not trying to make you feel inadequate. Uh, you know, speaking English. I know you're doing your best, and I appreciate it. The failure is with me, like not being able to understand, and just keep trying, and like I promise you that, like I will always give my best effort, like trying to understand what you're trying to tell me. Bert said, if you like to live forever in love with your significant other, Philippines has got to be in the top 10 places to mingle. Yeah, no, there's great women here. Absolutely. Uh, Rena, it's okay. Don't get sad. Yeah, don't get sad, Rena. Like, uh, Bert says, unacceptable. What's unacceptable? Rena, sir, what are you doing? Are you asking me, Rena? Bert said, Filipino, I believe, still hold on tradition. Yeah, I mean, absolutely. Like Filipinos are very traditional. When you are interested to ask a lady to go out, you must ask permission first from the parents before you go on a date. Yeah, I mean, and I think a lot of that depends on the girl's age. Um, I think it's like 25. Like if they're 25 or below, then that's definitely true. Like their parents, you know, have a lot to say with you know who they're dating. But after that, they're allowed more to make their own decisions. Now, don't get me wrong, their parents are still parents, and siblings are all still very instrumental in you know vetting a, a partner. But they're given more freedom to choose who they date after a certain age. Just like what Americans do during the 50s. Yeah, like like you're saying, it's definitely more traditional here. Raina said, "I think you make coffee in kitchen." No, I make coffee over there. That's my coffee maker. Let me zoom in. Hey, that's my coffee maker over there. And I'm hold like I said, I gotta hold the phone in my hand because go like this. I've already had my coffee. Oh, this is still zoomed in. Let me zoom back out. But say my little robot guy here that normally holds my phone and does all the work for me is dead, and I have to plug it. I have to recharge it. Plug it in because I've been in the live stream for a while, and you know, looks like I'm getting close to like 3 hours on this live stream. It's just way longer than I normally do on a live stream, but I've been enjoying our conversation. Um, let's see. Wait. Bert said, "See, the difference are when children reach 18 years of age. Filipinos never kick their kids to the street like a lot of Westerners." Yeah, and that's true in a lot of countries. Marina says, "Okay." Ashok said, "In my country, you mostly see men outside in public, not women, due to cultural norms and parental pressure. Many women stay at home." Okay. Bert, children continue to be part of the household forever, no matter what their age. Yeah, there's definitely you know like lots of cultural differences, and I believe that every culture, every ethnic group, has their own uh, pluses and minuses, if you will. Like things that some um ethnicities or cultures do better than others. So that's why like I think it's important for like different like learning from different cultures because you can definitely uh, take notes from the way different cultures do things as the right way, and then other cultures do things better. Like we, as Americans over here,
you know, we hear all the time from other Americans about, you know, how, you know, the the Philippine, like the way things are done in America is so much better. And yeah, in certain cases they are, but in certain cases, the way things are done in the Philippines are the way that things should be done in the U.S. So it goes both ways. Like, you know, like I don't know if y'all are catching my drift, but you know, there's positives and negatives in every culture, every different country. And, you know, if everyone could take the best aspects of every different culture and combine it into one culture that everybody agrees, the world would be a better place. Let's see, where am I at? The Philippines is a wonderful, beautiful place and full of beautiful people. Absolutely. Filipino families stick together, good or bad. They want to squash it right on that same day. Yep, yep. They're very family oriented. They shot, for example, in Japan, nobody sits next to a person on the train, especially if you are non-Japanese. Does anybody have an idea why it's like? No, I don't. I don't know. But I also know, uh, like in Japan, you wouldn't hear like someone um, like talking on the phone in public. Like, you know, they're very respectful of other people's space. They're not, you know, they're not, uh, you know, watching a YouTube video, you know, loud in public on the train. Like that's interrupting other people's tranquility. I don't know what to call it, but and say I think that's a good thing. It's very respectful, but I don't know about, you know, them not sitting next to like foreigners. Um, Bert said, "Why do you think Filipinos make the best nurses, caregivers, and community togetherness?" Yeah, no, it's definitely, you know, one of their positive attributes. Bert, so someone asked me if it's a good idea to see and experience the Philippines. The answer is hell yeah, yeah. No, and I believe that, like I said, for you know, uh, a lot of cultures, like it's 100%. Bert, man, I love Philippines. Yeah. Sir, India time 6:45 p.m. now. Okay. So it's about um like 2.5 hours behind, something like that. Like two and a half hours behind the Philippines. Bert giving lots of emojis, and I think we've just about covered all the cultural topics. I'm sitting there holding my phone while it's charging. I don't know if, because like doing a live stream with the video, like it just drains the battery on my phone. And like I said, you know, I am I am over 3 hours now doing this live stream. So I don't know how much longer I'm gonna be able to keep talking. Plus, I'm starting to yawn, and you guys aren't boring me, but you know, it's about getting to my laying in bed watching TV or YouTube time. Rena said, "Okay, sir, I'm going, and good night, sweet dreams." All right, Rena, and you know, with that, I will say, uh, you know, I'll see y'all probably in. Wait a minute. I have chatted with a few American YouTubers. They probably say that they
love the 90s, the 80s. 90s are retro and cool. Yeah, it was cool in the 90s. But yeah, you guys, like I said, it might be about uh, at least 2 days before I I do another live stream. I'm gonna be working uh, on some videos, like doing recording and editing, and live stream will just distract me and take my focus away from that. So uh, so until I get those videos done, you guys can catch up to me. I'm probably most likely as old as you. I'm 56. So I'll catch you guys in 2 to 3 days. Yeah, yeah, Jeff. I was just getting off. I'm actually holding my phone because my gimbal ran out of juice, and my phone I've got plugged in to keep recording. But I was getting off here. I was telling everybody, you take a rest, Joy. I had my coffee, but um, like I said, I'll be working on videos for the next couple days. So you guys make sure to have notifications on, and so the next time I go live, which will be in like 2 to 3 days, I'll maybe see. People keep regarding Japan. I always had locals sit next to me on the train. Yeah, I had never heard that either, Jeff. But, sorry for all the culture. I said the Philippines. I'm Philam all the way. Have a quiet night. See you around. Appreciate you being here, Bert. Jeff said I only caught the last part of the conversation. Yeah, I had never heard that in Japan either. I knew that, uh, or I had heard that in Japan, like they were very respectful about, um, you know, not being an interruption, like in a public setting. Like playing videos or something on their phone and on like the bus, um, where everybody had to listen to. Anyway, I've already said all that, but back to getting off of here. Who dat? I love you all.